So we are here in Riyadh for the Airport Wagger conference, and I'm joined here by Marco Troncone, who is CEO of Aeroporti di Roma. So Marco, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you, Ali.
So firstly, you've just launched Airport in the City, a new free of charge check-in and baggage delivery service at Roma Termini Station, so that ITA Airways passengers travelling from Fiumicino Airport can enjoy their remaining hours in the city without the burden of their luggage. I understand this was an idea that came out of your innovation hub. So I'm wondering what the uptake of this has been, and how you think the mindset of the passenger is, when handing over their baggage to someone that they don't know, not in the airport.
Sure. We just started the service, so it's a bit too early to see the uptake, the final uptake. I think we already had some 50, 100 bags checked in downtown in the very first days of launch. And we inaugurated that services only, I think, 10 days ago in the presence of our Ministry of Tourism. Why the Ministry of Tourism? Because in the end, this is another value-add service for our tourists in Rome. But the baggage probably is the number one headache in the travel operations for our passengers. This gives a bit of help. So passengers who like to check out early from their hotel but still want to spend a full day in town can get rid of their bag before and find it not at the airport but at destination. So this is really the good thing about it. So of course it's a process which is fully certified in terms of security, safety and all stuff. And we're starting this also in the wider frame of the merging of the convergence, if you like, of the airport, the aviation mode and the rail mode. So those are two modes who did compete a bit, probably in a very short-sighted manner over the last years. Now it's time to integrate. We're actually trying to accelerate this process. Maybe not immediately sensible to fight to seize flight operations into Rome from Naples, from Florence, from Bologna, with an alternative of an high-speed train into the station in Fiumicino. But this is exactly what we're doing. And we're doing this because in the end, we think this is the ultimate outcome of the process because of sustainability issues, but also because of economic sustainability issues. So the number of the weight of fuel per passenger kilometer on those routes are really too much to be borne. So sooner or later this will happen. We're trying to accelerate this in other countries. For example, in France, this has been done by law. You know that they like to forbid flights from from certain origins when you have an alternative of an high-speed train within 2 hours and a half. Okay, without waiting for policymakers to do our job, we want to accelerate this, and so anticipate the times, and at the same time, of course, offer multiple, connectivity options to our passengers. So this is basically where we're coming from.
Fantastic. And you recently introduced a new Shop&Fly service, so passengers can reserve their products, pay and pick them up at the airport, and also allow your passengers to go phygital.
Yeah.
Booking tables in your airport's restaurants, purchasing their meal online and picking it up at the airport as well. So what portion of your passengers are utilizing this service at the moment, and how do you actually inform them about this service before they actually get to the airport?
That's a very key, very important question, very intelligent question. Again, also we started very recently with this new proposition. So we're bringing basically digital online our duty-free offering, which is quite a vast one in partnership with our partner, which is Lagardère Services, one of the leading duty-free providers globally. And we're doing this, of course, to offer an opportunity to reserve their bag, to form their purchasing bag before the flight or even after the flight, or I'll tell you more in a second about during the flight, which is really the interesting thing. Of course, this is a normal process of going digital, so trying to again reach our customers everywhere. The issue is exactly what you said. How do I bring passengers, customers on that platform? Through a number of partnerships, through channels like with taxi providers, with Uber, with ITA Airways, so with the carriers, and then of course with a number of other touch points in which the customers will have the opportunity to fall into this platform. But as I said, the nice thing about it is also an innovation which is not only technological, so a digital platform, but there's also an innovation of business. Normally, airports and airlines do compete on duty-free products, because airlines like to sell duty-free products with a tray in the corridors. the time has passed. For those, it's too heavy. The selling proposition is poor to customers. So it's now time to merge, to combine the physical assets, so the ability to operate a shop in the airport, together with all the logistics, say value-add services that we can build around it, with the ownership of the client, because in the end, the passenger is an airline's client. So they know him, they acquire it, they have a constant communication channel, and of course they can profile it. Combining the two, we believe this may enlarge a lot the pie. It's just a matter to negotiate how large are the respective slices of a larger pie. And this is something that we've just started with ITA Airways. Again, not that easy. Seems to make a lot of sense, but not that easy to do it because normally, in general, airports and airlines are pretty jealous of their own data, especially airlines. Of course, those are very precious data. So, combining, say, thoughts regarding the possibility to enlarge, say, the business potential is something that we did, and now we see what happens.
I mean, do you have any tips for airports in terms of, collaborating with their airlines like this? Because like you said, even your terminology there, you said it's the airline's clients rather
Yeah.
than shared clients.
No, of course. I mean, there's plenty of cooperation fronts between airlines, or at least leading airlines in certain airports, about giving passengers information. Now, passengers, of course, want to know exactly what what's ahead of them. So, how long should I wait for the queue in security? Can I book my security pass? For example, you can do that in Rome. Of course, what can I buy? It's my wife's anniversary. What could I buy while all these things normally are questions that the passengers may immediately ask the airline, because it's the immediate counterpart for information exchange. Combining again the two means to have a 360 degrees passengers / client management, and this of course creates more value for all.
So it's demonstrating that value that can come out of the shared collaboration.
Yes, yes.
You have just launched Fly and Visit Rome. So can you tell us what this is and why you have launched it? Because it's quite unusual.
Yeah, again, a bit of innovation here. We've seen something like this in the past in other circumstances, projects that didn't succeed a lot. We're giving it a try also here in Rome. So basically, we are vertically integrating our positioning by becoming also an online travel agent, an OTA. So we built this platform that encourages passengers who, especially those passengers who are not flying to Rome or from Rome, but through Rome, to again arrange their flight in this platform. Normally, this would be the job of the hub carrier. In Rome, we have an hub carrier which is still taking its shape. ITA Airways, in the end, they started operations back in October 2021, so they're pretty small at the moment, but growing. So we think that the hubbing performance of Fiumicino is currently under its normal fair share of the market. There will be a lot of sense to have flights through Rome because it takes saves time, but they do not happen because there is lack of feeding capacity of the hub carrier. But there's plenty, however, of feeding capacity of airlines who are not commercially integrated with other long-haul airlines. What this platform does is to connect the feeding and the outer outing trunks to help passengers to do their self-connecting, which is a phenomenon which is already there. We estimate that 2-3% of our customers do self-connect into Rome. This platform will give additional advantages in order to combine these solutions. More than this, we also like, as others have done, like Doha or Istanbul or Lisbon, to offer also the possibility to make like a vacation in the trip. So to open a window of a layover in Rome. So basically, when you've frozen your travel from point A to point B, we say, why not carving out maybe a few hours in the airport to buy something, or maybe a night near the Fiumicino, or maybe a couple of nights in Rome, and then we offer some content about it. So accommodation, packages, and stuff. Basically, having another trip, at least travel-wise, for free. So this is basically a stopover proposition that we deem in Rome makes a lot of sense.
It's really exciting. Now, how does all of the above reflect your innovative approach to passenger experience?
Well, innovation and passenger experience is something that's it's a key front for us. We're devoting a lot of energy in innovation in general, which certainly is innovation that also looks at what happens behind the scenes of our airports, so to have a more reliable or resilient infrastructure. But of course, most of that innovation points at enhancing the passenger experience. And there is a number of projects that we are now bringing ahead in our innovation hub. The last call for ideas that we did, the third one, was very successful. We received in excess of 700 projects from about 400 global startups, 60% of these ideas coming out of Italy, from all in all, if I will recall, from 43 different countries. So a truly global effort, which aims, again, at finding new ideas to enhance our passenger experience. It's not something that is really a long shot. Many of these technological solutions are already on ground. Let me just mention, for example, an autonomous chair that helps our reduced mobility passengers to move around the airport without the help of an attendant, if they wish so, because many like a human touch, many others like to be independent and free. For those, we can offer this. And this is a startup which has been found by Aeroporti di Roma, as well as helping passengers in their security lanes. So we have an AI algorithm that helps passengers to find the right place in the queue in order to be faster. And then, of course, we're working a lot on passenger information, on chat box, and hoping to see soon also a generative AI-powered chat box, possibly with a vocal interface, to basically have a digital airport buddy helping our passengers just like a human attendant could do.
All really exciting innovations, and we're looking forward to, of course, the Airports Innovate event
Sure.
later on this year
Sure.
At Airports of Rome. And then finally, you hosted your first Supplier and Partner Summit in March this year, where you launched ÉLEVATE, the new ESG supplier development program. So can you tell us a little bit about this summit and what the ÉLEVATE program actually is?
Yeah. The other program basically aims at helping our suppliers base, which is a vast one, of course, to try, embrace in full and implement on ground sustainability principles and actions. This is very important. Of course, not only we have a mission to be sustainable ourselves, but we have the opportunity, I would say also the responsibility and the duty to try to produce sustainability upstream and downstream, meaning together with our commercial partners. So we work a lot with some concessionaires. So when we have, let me say, active contracts, if you like, but also on supplying contracts, on procurement, we have to make sure that our supplier base produces sustainability together with us. Our supplier base is made of large players, large companies who are big enough to basically do the job themselves, but there's a fair share of our suppliers who are small, medium-sized companies who possibly cannot have now the critical mass or broad enough shoulders to really implement sustainability across all the spectrum. Especially to those, we offer a program to help them, and basically this is something that has been very well received. We communicated this program on February 28th in our big supplier conference, and I believe there is already a very good redemption on this program by small, medium suppliers.
Of course, with the summit, were you hosting like panel discussions as well in a similar style to this?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, we like to, of course, to have some fruitful, meaningful interaction. Cooperation, exchange for us is really of the essence. This is why also in our, again, innovation effort, we like to bring on the table also like-minded airports. We constituted a circle of large airports together with AENA, Munich among the others in Europe, Dallas and Vancouver in the US, Dubai and Oman in the Middle East, and now also new Japanese airport, big one, is coming in to form a circle and to cooperate and exchange on innovation. This is really of the essence. When it comes to innovation, joining forces, sharing the costs, or even of failures, and pocketing in full the positives that can come from this effort, we think this is the right way to do. So certainly in that event, there will be a lot of interaction and panels.
That's fantastic, and great to hear that you're collaborating with other airports as well as your own suppliers and stakeholders. So looking forward to seeing what else comes from the Airports of Rome in the coming months.
Yeah.
Marco, that was my final question. Thank you.
Thank you very much.